Welcome back everyone to Piney Plays the Beorning, and today we are collecting some ore despite the fact that I never leveled up my mining skill, prospecting skill, or whatever you want to call it, because we have a quest that says to collect ore all over the place. It seems to be this silvery type ore right here, which I presume is supposed to be, well, I'm not exactly sure what it's supposed to be, because if it was iron it would have been probably reddish instead because of the way iron oxidizes and all that stuff, but it's probably some sort of nice tarnish resistant ore that is going to make some wonderful armor if they have any armorers here in Gondor that know how to do anything with it. Well then, now where can I find the last two? Ah, just on the other side of the barrier. Where else would you hide some extra ore? Alright, we'll take care of this. Oh! I seem to have miscounted. I still have one more to go. Well, I will find that, and then I'll head over to Forlong and see if I can find him. I think I see somebody up here. And it looks like Forlong. Hello there. Are you able to stand? My friend, I am dying. But you could see that for yourself, I suppose. Ah, the good times. The adventures. What I wouldn't give for one more draught of that wine. My friend, forget wine. Would that I could see Thorngil once more. I would swear... You must forgive me. I would swear I saw him upon the field of battle beneath the banner of the king. What delusions come upon us when our deaths are nigh. And yet, if it were him and he had returned in our hour of glory, here, take my horn. If Thorngil truly has returned, he will know its sound. He will come. I'm sure of it. Alright. Alright, well, I'll sound the horn for you. Let's see if Thorngor or Aragil or... Oh, yeah, hello, Aragorn. Thank you. I bid my old friend a last farewell. Too late, and yet just in time. I have this memory now, and I shall hold it close in my heart always. Alright, now that's done. It is time for us to turn in a number of quests, because, let's see, I say track nearby quests. You say track nearby quests, you pick up a bunch of lag. That's what you pick up. Right. What I had to do is probably search my rather copious quest log for every single quest that I have. Says, is this anywhere near you? Where are the coordinates of this quest? What are the coordinates of this quest? And where is this crazy pavilion? And we wait for it as it slowly gets populated. Hello, AMR. I've taken care of the last captain. Oh, this is good news you bring. No more battle-weary men shall die by the hands of Shumug. I commend you, brave one. Alright. Oh, Pineclaw, Elfhelm has come to me. He has said that he wishes to speak with you. It is peculiar, as usually he speaks with great detail. While I do not know what it is that Elfhelm seeks you for, it did sound urgent. You should speak to him as soon as you are able to. He did tell me one thing. He wants to meet you in the old guest house in Minas Tirith. Ooh, secrets! Well, Aragorn, what secrets do you have for me? Okay, I found Durvan and Rosaran. Yes, and both are safely returned. I have seen them with my own 2 eyes. How relieved I am. Alright. Ooh, and I also got some reputation there, and oh, just legendary level up. Alright, and also I've looked for Ingold and Turgon. Well, found one of them. Yes, Ingold has returned. What of Turgon? Well, he's dead. Ah, I see. This is grievous news. I have heard much of his heroic deeds at the South Gate, and all he did to ensure my safe passage into the fields. Ooh, look at all this rep go up. Alright, and now finally the book quest.
Speak to my other commanders. Learn how large a host we have assembled.
And how many men were their heralds able to reach by their voices? What? More than 2,000? Ah, this is very good, and matches my hopes. These other commanders have also done work to gather soldiers for the march. Speak with them, and see how large a host they have assembled. I need not be enough to wage war on Mordor, but it must be large enough to threaten battle. Alright. Well, Amber, how many of the Rohirrim do you think we can get?
Rohan will not abandon her friends.
Much has been asked of my men already, but Rohan will not abandon her friends. Many among the Rohirrim were unhorsed during the battle lately ended, and they will still are war-worthy and will not let that stay their weapons. 500 of these will follow behind, and I will lead 500 on horse alongside. Therefore, that's 1,000 plus the 2,000 I gathered already. That's 3,000 in all. A bit of a tally. All right, Elfhelm, how many of your contingent?
Eomer King has given me command of the main force of the Rohirrim.
That is some 3,000 still a horse. It is to the west road we will go, to hold against the enemy that is still in Adnorian. Alright. So it sounds like he's got 3,000, but it sounds like they have a slightly different mission. So it's either still 3,000 or is it 6,000? Well, whatever. Hello there. See, Galaxil? I still cannot believe that Forlong and Hirlwin are both dead. They are hard times for Gondor. Oh, well, there is that. Oh, yes, to return our news. Ibrahil, how many Gondorians do we have?
This must be the greatest jest in all the history of Gondor.
My swan knights have scoured the nearby lands of Gondor for fighting men. They report 3,500 will march from Mordor with Aragorn. It is a fine total as for which we might hope, and proves the courage of Gondor, so fresh from battle and still hungry for more. But this must be the greatest jest in all the history of Gondor, Pineclaw. We march to assail the Black Gate and the impenetrable land of Mordor, and with fewer men than might have been formed, just the vanguard of my army in the mightier days. It brings to my mind a child threatening a mail-clad knight with a toy bow, or a buzzing fly seeking to sting a man working in the hot sun. The Dark Lord will smile and knock down the child, or squish the fly in his palm, and that will be the end of it. What else is there to do but to laugh at the jest? Ha 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 ha. Yeah. Well, let's see what we have here. Mithrandir, what do you say about the joke?
I think Imrahil has wrongly judged the mind of the Dark Lord.
Yes. Yes, the Prince of Dol Amroth believes that Aragorn's army will be a stinging fly to the forces of the Dark Lord. He is not wrong that these 7,000 are a mere pittance to the number Sauron houses within the Black Lands. But it seems to me that Imrahil has wrongly judged the mind of the Dark Lord. Yes, We go to sting the Dark Lord, but he will not squish us, for all our buzzing. No, he will seek to trap the fly and take the sting, all unaware of our deception. On that deception all of our fortunes rest. It is the secret fly that bears the most dangerous sting of all for Sauron, and let him remain blind to it until it is too late.
Our secrecy was born of necessity, but now it must end.
We have moved in secrecy ever since I came to know you, Pineclaw. It was a secrecy born of necessity, for we needed every advantage we might attain in our struggle against the Dark Lord. Whispered counsels gave rise to hidden errands and close-guarded conspiracies. But no longer. While Frodo continues his quest in the shadows, Aragorn strides into the light, and he must draw Sauron's gaze to him, and away from his real purpose, with every means at his disposal. Let the departure of Aragorn's army be loud one, and snare the attention of the Dark Lord. Wars are fought with weapons, but this battle for Sauron's eye will be fought with noise and tumult, with musical instruments and those who wield them. Walk the Pelennor and find men who wield trumpets of silver and brass. They will announce the coming of the king as loudly and as often as they can. And perhaps this loud departure will serve as a shield for Frodo and Sam as they walk in the Black Land. Alright. Hello, Rosaran.
Is this your first time in Minas Tirith?
Thank you for your
Shame you
assistance.
couldn't see it in
I
better days.
see everyone here is preparing for a march to the east. I want to join them and on this journey and help where I can. I'll take care of that trumpeter in the next episode. Hello, Dervin. How are you doing?
When the time comes to fight, we'll be ready.
I thought I was done for out there. I could only think about how I had let my family down. Now I have been given another chance. I will follow Aragorn to the Black Gate. Let Gondor take the offensive against the Mordor foes. Alright, and... oh yes, Elfhelm is here somewhere. Oh, Ingold! Ah. Oh, that's right, now I remember what to say. Hello, Ingold! Surely you are not surprised that I stood at my post until the very last when it came for me? The great city I cherished and would defend with my life. It would be hard to leave it behind if I march with you. I will do as Aragorn commands, though. Oh, that's good to hear. And now, since I spoke of Elfhelm earlier, I think it's time to head into the city and find out what he wants. I must admit that this city has seen better days. Hopefully it will see better days in the future, but looks like Elfhelm is inside. I seem to have found him. Hello, Elfhelm. What's going on? My friend, I have an important task for you. One which I cannot entrust to any man of Rohan. You know of the Lady Eowyn, and that she was on the battlefield and now rests, recovering in the Houses of Healing? I am in need of her sword. Yes, the sword with which she fought and killed the Witch King. It still remains somewhere in the Pelennor. I have searched and searched for the sword and could not find it. It could not have strayed far from the spot where the Witch King was slain. The sword was broken in combat, so I am certain that no one took it to wield in the battle. I am hoping you might succeed where I could not. Will you try? Why not? I'm the player character. I seem to always get assigned these little tasks. Now, Where would I hide a sword in a large battlefield? Well, probably beyond the pavilion. If I remember where our little skirmish against the Witch King was at, I should be able to find this a little bit more quickly. That's it. Maybe they built a pavilion right on top of it, and well, actually, would it have been more difficult or easier if they built the pavilion right on top? Actually, of course it's not right on top because you had the fell beast right there. Little memories, little memories, little memories. And oh, that's right. I guess we don't have to worry about the fell beast anymore because we burned it, didn't we? Why could you give me this quest when we were inside that instance? That would have made it a whole lot simpler, wouldn't it? Now. Hello, anyone see a sword around here? Hello. Alright. Yeah, that's the tricky thing. One sword. Hello. A sword, a sword, my kingdom for a sword. Well. Okay, I don't have a kingdom. Maybe it's near this. Oh, it is near that rock. Okay. Okay, there we go. One sword hilt. Now, let's go and speak with Elfhelm again. Now, the city looks quite magnificent when you actually have daytime. There we go. Too bad half of it is wrecked from the war. Alright, Elfhelm, here is the hilt. So, what's this all about? Ah, you found it! What good fortune! You see, Pineclaw, this is no ordinary sword. When I killed the Witch King, I didn't think it would be ordinary. I gave this to Éowyn when she refused to stay behind in Rohan. Yes, I knew that she was riding to Gondor with us. I kept her secret. Now I must share with you another secret. This is the sword of Theodred, Theoden's son. Yes, the sword of the late king's son, wielded by the king's niece, slew the greatest enemy upon the battlefield. Theoden's death was avenged in many ways. Éowyn's brother, Éomer, must know the truth of this. Take this sword to him. Right. I shall do so. And here we are back, and Éomer, I have retrieved Éowyn's sword, and it is originally the sword of Theodred, as you probably tell yourself. This is an exceptional blade. Theodred's death was cruel and untimely. Now he has been avenged, and through the hands of my sister. Theodred was there for my father. I shall tell this to all the men of Rohan. This will surely boost their spirits, and this hilt shall be a prized relic of Rohan. Okay. Men patrolling the north parts of the Pelennor have spotted a large group of Haradrim riding out in Talathanor. We cannot let them remain. We must act swiftly and surprise their force. Will you accompany Elfhelm on the ride? He has volunteered and would certainly use your experience. Well, I suppose I could do that. First, Aragorn, what do you have to say about the aftermath of victory? It is good to see some men of Gondor whom feared lost return to us, even as my heart is heavy with those we know now are dead. It is time we turned our efforts to the Rohirrim unaccounted for. I've spoken with Lord, or I should say King Eomer, and have the names of those you should seek. And who are those people I need to seek? We'll find that out in the next episode of Piney Plays the Beorning.